Mi gente, I'm sure you're all sick of hearing how important this election is. Well, it is, for two very important reasons. The US has one of the lowest voter turnout rates in the world. But before you all get mad, it's really not that easy to vote. Unlike other countries, in America, to vote you need to be registered. And in some states, lawmakers are continuously creating additional barriers that make it difficult to participate, especially for Blacks and Latinx folks. So what the In today's episode of Opinionated, I want to talk about esta mierda that they're pulling on us. The population of Latinx people now exceeds 57 freaking million. That's a big chunk of possible voters, and these guys are duking it out over us. But despite record-breaking voter registration this year, according to Pew Research, the Latinx people still lag behind other groups in actual voter turnout. Nah, people, democracy isn't a spectator sport. If we do not go out and participate, we have absolutely no right to complain when shit hits the fan. And by the looks, shit is going to hit the fan. See, the problem is, even for those of us that do participate and want to vote, we have obstacles. The US is one of the few democratic nations to place the entire burden of registering to vote on individual citizens. More than 1 in 4 Americans is still not registered. Even Americans who are registered risk being blocked from casting a vote because of problems with our voter registration system. Problems like unprocessed registrations, inaccurate purges of names from the voter rolls, and other administrative and human errors. This is a huge problem, especially for crucial elections like primaries, where voters actually have the chance to really choose what candidate represents the party of their choice. Speaking of purges, did you know that during this year's primary, over 120,000 voters were purged from voter rolls in Brooklyn alone? Hispanics were the group who were most affected by this accident. And it's not just Brooklyn either. Other parts of the United States were affected by these accidents, even creating additional obstacles like shutting down polling locations and cutting the hours. I have a personal belief that this isn't a naive country. We're not new at this, so it's hard for me to believe that these were accidents. Enter automatic voter registration. Did you know that there are 4 states who have this common sense legislation in place? In 2015, Senator Bernie Sanders introduced federal legislation to mandate that every citizen in our country be automatically registered to vote at 18. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton also both agree, but for some reason, this initiative is stalled. See, Democrats generally support this initiative, while Republicans vehemently don't. Is this because Republican policies are so unpopular that the only way that they can win elections is when we don't vote? So are we going to allow these cowards to win, to make lives more difficult for Latinxs, Blacks, LGBT, and other minority groups? Ask yourself this question for the next few weeks, because your vote matters. Y hasta la próxima, stay opinionated. But beyond search Latinx people, what the f*** is happening? Coño.